All right. So much going on with Hunter Biden. First of all, they apparently, I think there's so much that's hilarious. So, where is the guy's name? I had it in front of me. David Weiss has been investigating Hunter Biden since forever. He is a Republican, and for months, the Republicans have been saying a special prosecutor should be assigned to investigate Hunter Biden. I have this one over here. Ted Cruz was one of 34 Republican senators to sign a letter requesting Weiss receive, quote, the full protections and authorities of a special counsel. They got their wish. Merrick Garland appointed David Weiss as a special counsel to continue investigating Hunter Biden, only now, not just as an investigator, but a special counsel investigator. And all the Republicans are saying, oh, he's not qualified. Boo. Why would you assign him? You're just trying to cover shit up. And you know why they're doing it? One of their members, because he's uncovering facts. And one of the facts is a smoking, clear-cut, undeniable proof of the president's involvement with Hunter Biden's dealings has not been found. He went on TV and said that, and then quickly had to like backpedal and say, oh, but we know that the Bidens are receiving money. We just don't have proof. So the guy that has been investigating that ultimately said we should charge him with these misdemeanors for the gun because there's not much else. They wanted him put in charge. He got put in charge. Now they're all backpedaling because it's just noise. It's all noise. And the dumbest of the dumb are buying into it and believing it.
Right. You either uncover the stuff that I want you to uncover during your investigation, or you're clearly covering it up because it has to be there.
Yeah, that's literally all. It's Benghazi, where Hillary Clinton testifies for what, 12 hours or something, and at the end, nothing. It was a really bad event. Shit hit the fan. It's unfortunate. It's tragic. It's shitty, but it wasn't a conspiracy. It wasn't like, hey, just leave him out there to die. Or I don't even know what the Benghazi kerfuffle was. Why Republicans were angry. Did they say?
Yeah, they were claiming that she did not have a fast enough response time.
Yeah.
She got those guys killed. She left them there without enough troops or whatever. They weren't asking the big question with that I thought you should be asking. And this is why. Okay, so you know how they kept calling it the Benghazi thing and not the Libya thing. Well, that's interesting, right? Because before this, I mean, most people couldn't have named the city Benghazi. I mean, they could maybe do Libya, but even then, I doubt a lot of Americans could point to it on a map. They'd tell you it's somewhere in Africa, but they wouldn't, But interesting. Why do you think they called it Benghazi and not the Libya thing? We were doing it to the entire country. It wasn't just we helped take out the mayor of Benghazi. No. We took out Gaddafi, the leader of the country. Why not call it the Libya thing? Oh, that's because if you're raising a big stink about what happened in Libya, people might be asking, oh, yeah, why did we overthrow that guy in Libya? He was not a war man by any means, but how's Libya doing now? Oh, not so good. The whole country's on fire, and it's now like a stronghold for ISIS because it's basically a failed state that has happened because we took out a guy with absolutely no fucking plan whatsoever of what was going to happen, did not look into the people that we were backing, or worse, did realize they were fucked up and then just didn't do a whole lot of news coverage on who they were, just called them the rebels. And it's like, oh, okay, the resistance. Oh, really? Is it led by Johnny Resistance III, the grandson of the great original Johnny Resistance? Oh, no, it's just a fucking blanketed name you've given. No, they probably have a name. It's probably Al Shabbat, some shit like that. Just fucking, what's the name of these people? Oh, you either don't know or worse, you don't want to say. So let's not call it Libya. Let's call it Benghazi because we don't want anybody looking at why we were actually there.
Well, and I don't have anything to add to or disagree with there. But going back to what you said up front, the whole thing was like, oh, she left him out there to die. I read the book, 13 Hours. I didn't see the movie, but the book written by the guys on the ground, and they talked about response times. It's not that they were left out there. It was like, who could get to them?
Well, right. Yeah. Basically, it was just them, and they're too far away from the rest of the forces. So it's like it's almost like the the implication then is, well, why didn't we just occupy the entire country like we did Iraq for
Yeah.
a decade? It's just there's not a whole lot. It's either we do that and therefore we have enough troops to get there because we now have an occupying force in Libya, or we don't go in and all. Well, we can't do that because this has to do with a lot of the weapons manufacturers and stuff like that, the people that actually kind of run the people that are in Congress and all that. So we can't draw any attention to that. We just got to call it Benghazi. Just think about what happened in that one city on that one day. Don't think about anything else geopolitical when it comes to this fucking thing. Think micro with Benghazi and not macro with Libya.
Yeah, well fucking put. I mean, the only option, and I never heard anyone say this because it's absurd, the only option they could have done is, hey, where's the closest ship? Can we just launch a bunch of Tomahawks surrounding, like, okay, here's the embassy, just hit everything surrounding the embassy. Yeah, it's in the middle of a city. You can't, they were fucked. And they held out the best they could. They did a great fucking job. It's just a tragic, shitty situation that Republicans use to finger point and distract, which is what they always do. All right, we are absolutely out of time. Jake can be found at Jake Vevra on all social media platforms.
Before we do that, even then with the Hunter Biden thing, they're going all into this like, oh, it's corruption. He was bribed. Joe Biden was bribed through him. Like I said before, he's the Fredo with the family. That's why they sent him there, is to get him out of there. So he's going to intentionally not have that many ties to him. Also, it's like, well, hey, if we're going to go into this situation, what the hell are we doing with these energy companies in Ukraine? Like why do we have such ties to them? That should be the fucking questions. It's not like, well, who was the son of whoever the fuck was over there? It's like, hey, no, our government clearly has very close ties with these. Let's figure out what the hell's going on with that. No, because the actual the mainstream corporate Republicans are also fucking in bed with that whole thing. So it's, hey, think micro, think Hunter Biden, don't think energy deals in Ukraine. Just don't even talk about that.
Nope, not at all.